They even customized them with red. Man, those things look like they got some travel. That versus stock. Oh, it's gonna look so good. Oh. Okay, so the goal is today we are going to finish up these Flatout Suspension struts, or strut installation. Let me restart. Today we are going to hopefully finish installing the Flatout Suspension struts with the HRG spacer on top. If it all goes well, we should finish it in just a couple hours, or faster, who knows. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Okay, so got the tire off. The gap between my tire and the fender, after cutting 1.25 inches off of my fender, was only 5 inches. That's insane. Now it's not perfectly level ground. The other side was 7. So average those out, say 6. That's bad. That's bad. We got the strut fully extended, and this is what it probably is going to look like, which I'm really excited about. So we're going to get on this, get this installed. Wish us luck. I want to disconnect all of these clips from the strut, and then also disconnect the sway bar link and then the brake line as well. We're going to disconnect it here because obviously I'm going to be putting a new strut on. Put that back. I'm going to disconnect it here, and then we should be able to undo these 2 bolts right here, and that strut should be ready to come off, and then we'll disconnect from the top, from coming in from the top. We'll disconnect the strut, and it should just come right out. All right, took me about 15-20 minutes to get that off. There it is. There's the victim. So tools that I used: fingers to get these off, 12 mil to get this brake line off. I used a 15/16 impact for the lower bolt and nut of the hub or whatever. And then a 17, let's see, steak and horsefly, 18 for HRG. So I have the HRG 3-inch lift, which came with the cambered nut or bolt, the cambered bolt, oblong shaped thing. So 18 for the bolt head, and then 21 for the nut. 14 mil, and then I used a 14 mil for the top of the strut bolts that are in there. I used 2 extensions. These are very helpful. These magnets are very helpful to get them out. But yeah, that's it. Then it should just fall right out. Disconnect the bottom first, and then the top, and it'll just fall right out. Okay, so 4 inches gap did not work, but what is going to work, where'd my tape measure go? I believe is a 3-inch for the way I have it set up. Michael Barton, shout out to you, bro. He has his at 3.5, but mine's at full droop right now, and I'm barely thinking I can get. I think I can get 3-inch the way this is set up. So how I have it set up is about 1/4 inch to 3/8 in there, somewhere in there. I think that's what it is. Sticking out, and then I have a 3-inch gap here. I believe that'll work. It gives me a decent amount of preload, and then also space. And that's gonna be, I know I measured, I haven't adjusted this one yet. These are directional, by the way. So the one I had it on was for the passenger side. This is for the driver's side. So I had to switch that real quick. We're gonna see if I can adjust that. Well, I'll adjust that and then see if we can get it on there. Some gentle persuasion is just above 3 inches that I got it to fit. And this is at full droop. And there is very minimal space there. So I know it'll compress when the weight's on the truck, but I think that's where I want it to be. Personally, we'll see, and we'll change it if needed. Before you put it in, I just have to remove it because I forgot to tighten these all the way. So tighten these all the way before you put it up there. It's not like the rear where you leave everything loose. Definitely tighten these up because you won't be able to get anything up there to tighten them. So make sure you do that. These ones tight completely. Okay, so I say that a lot, don't I? What I'm using, taking this, dropping this in the hole, and then taking my socket and starting it hand tight. I'm gonna get all 3 in there and then cinch them all down. Then I'm going to tighten all those. You know what the old struts are good for? Platforms to stand on. Do it at your own risk. I'm not responsible for any injuries that come from standing on the old strut. Almost there. All right, guys, there it is. There you have it. Strut. Man, I'm dirty. This thing, make sure you clean your wheel wells before you start doing this. Everything's tight, everything fits. I'll show you up close with everything real quick. Fit in real nicely. Plenty of slack with the brake lines and whatnot. Plenty of slack. This thing worked out quite well. Flatout suspension. Nicely done.